first, just to show you what the exhibition, you know, different panels. Right. Sure, no. See you Tuesday.
We wanted to do something to show people outside of our town the plight of the young people that live here. I mean, there's really nothing to do in this town. And we did that exhibition 2 years ago, and it hasn't changed at all. Any images that were being taken out of Derry was of riots, of some form of violence, and it was always the youth of the bog or somewhere that was... It seemed to me that they were being taken down all the time. So when we were doing Cat and the Brew, we wanted to show people that young people in Derry are ordinary. They're like young people in England, except maybe they have more unemployment here, and we have always had a history of unemployment in Derry. We deliberately didn't photograph the RUC or the British Army because they were the images that people from outside expect to see from our town. We just wanted to do something different. I mean, it wasn't because we wanted to pretend that everything was normal in Derry, normal as it would be, say, in England, where there's no war going on.
The way I see photographers coming over here, say from newspapers and from TV news, they're just out to make money and also to keep their captive audience, you know. Be seeing the shock and horror, you know, make money from the people's shock and horror. Like in this here magazine here, right? Life. I mean, that woman there, she's sitting there with her 5 weans, you know, and the 5 weans have just died. The many people that have made thousands of pounds out of that there, like, out of the, you know, that woman's anguish, you know, they just make money out of the shocking parts. They don't actually come here to photograph what the people do normally. Just get the bad bits, you know, shock people, keep their audience, make money.
Isn't this news?
It's news, but they present a distorted image of the actual what's happening in the, you know, the community there. They don't show the other aspects of what happens. Kind of isolated images of rioting, bombed out buildings and cars. But the way we see it is different because we live in it.
The photograph only tells you as much as the caption as well. I mean, you can take a photograph, as they did in Bloody Sunday. They took photographs of people lying down and a priest giving the last rites to somebody, and then they put up above it, shots were fired at the army first, right? So the caption was making allowances for what the people were looking at in the newspaper. Whereas when we saw those photographs and we knew what had happened, well, maybe not us because we were all weans at the time, but our mothers and fathers, they were there on that march and those shots were fired. The British Army weren't provoked in any way at all. It was a peaceful march, and that was cold-blooded murder.
I think the people within the situation should tell the news about it. Not somebody from the outside coming on, taking their pictures, taking it away and putting whatever caption they choose to put on it. It's the people themselves that should make the news about themselves.